The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Docking Stadium, the site of this afternoon's soccer matchup. Adrian Bulldogs hosting the Heidelberg Student Princes. This same matchup between schools occurred a couple of weeks ago in men's soccer action. Now we will see them go to battle in women's soccer. Heidelberg with a 1-1-1 record. Adrian also sporting a 1-1-1 record with 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss on the year. Bulldogs coming off of a weekend where they traveled south to Tennessee, split a pair of games, fell 1-0 to Maryville on Saturday, then got their first win of the season on Sunday over Sewanee. A look at the starting lineups for this game. In net for the Bulldogs, it'll be Taylor Fisher, joined by McKenna Mahoney, Caitlin Dake, Kelsey Zoli, Eve Davis, Emma Delzocchio, Leah Holman, Tegan Bergeron, Josie Huber, Zoe Blanchard, and Sarah Hohenscheid. As for Heidelberg, their starting lineup will consist of Bridget Enright in net, joined by Megan Hamilton, Maddie Laus, Sydney Schaefer, Kylie Hoover, Olivia Perry, Ainsley Tucker, Lexi Longwasser, Becca Thomas, Olivia Dule, and Audrey Kaufman. Heidelberg took down Defiance 9-0 at home on Wednesday this week. It was the 12th game in the history of their program where the Berg had scored 9 goals or more. 8 different players scored for them, so they're coming in riding high on morale. Bulldogs just captured their first win of the season, as we mentioned, down in the Tennessee Invitational Tournament. Calvin Keys here with you on Adrian College TV. Looking forward to 90 minutes of exciting soccer action. Second broadcast of the day here on Adrian College TV. Had the football matchup against Hanover in this same location. That one started at 1 p.m. with the Bulldogs coming out on top, 33-0. Kickoff here, and we're underway. This one sent deep into Adrian territory by Maddie Laus. Quickly turned over to the Bulldogs. Zoli on the far side. That one took a touch off of a Heidelberg player and out for an Adrian throw-in. Toss down the line here. Looking to lay that one off to a teammate, Eve Davis, one of the captains of this Bulldog team, working hard to try and win the ball back. And Adrian will win their first free kick of the night. About 10 yards outside of the penalty area. Adrian looking to strike early. 1 win in 3 games for the Bulldogs, but their head coach, Ali Alamdari, said he's liked their effort in every game. It's just been a matter of being able to finish their chances. Can they here? Nearly flicked on goal by Mahoney. That one sailed by everyone and out of bounds for a goal kick. Bridget Enright, the freshman goalkeeper out of Walbridge, Ohio, will take this one. Bulldogs started off their season last week here at home, where they ended up enduring a suffering 0-0 scoreless draw against Earlham. Despite generating 25 shots, 9 on target, weren't able to put a goal in the back of the net. Looking to shake off some of that frustration here with their second game of the season at home. That one's won well by Hohenscheid, and maybe a chance here for the Bulldogs. Eve Davis chasing it into the corner. She'll keep it in play. Laid off for Hohenscheid again, and it will sail out for a corner kick. Caitlin Dake heading over to take it. Dake, one of the top players in the Bulldogs lineup, one of their captains, 5'2" senior right wing from Flushing, Michigan, transferred in from SVSU last season. Sends this one into a wide open penalty area. Nobody there for Adrian. A good tackle put in by Huber, but it will roll out again. Second goal kick of the evening for the Berg. Bulldogs have a 3-3 record against the Student Princes all time, 2-2 at home and 1-1 on the road. last meeting was in 2019 on September 13th. Adrian won that game 6-1. Ball rattling around in the middle of the park. Huber over the top looking for Davis. That's one away well. And now with the ball at her feet, it's Hamilton. Heidelberg looking to build up play now to the far sideline as this one is played on ahead for an on-rushing attacker. Heidelberg trapped out wide, being defended by Leah Homan. They'll cut it back into the middle and cleared away by Zoe Blanchard. Looking to turn with the ball is McKenna Mahoney, fifth-year player and one of the most prolific goal scorers to ever come through the Adrian program. This ball played in behind. Likely would have been offside, but the keeper will come out to snag it. Enright had to be active to come out and pick up the ball. Sends this one along. Looking to that far side again. Takes a knock off of Thomas, who can't keep it in. Throw in now for Homan, the left back. Up ahead for Mahoney. Ushered it off her shoulder before it's sent back the other way by Victoria Perez. Flicked over the top. No Bulldogs there. Another goal kick in the cards. Heidelberg is coached by Madeline McLaughlin. It's her third year with the program. She was promoted to the head coach role midway through last season. Led their team to the OAC tournament last year. First time in a decade. They also achieved 11 wins, which is the most for the program since the year 2000. So certainly enacting some positive changes down on Heidelberg's campus in Ohio. Intercepted there by Dalzocchio. Looking to work it to the middle to Zoli, who used her body to shield a defender off of it. Now on the dribble is Hohenscheid. Far side for Homan. Just barely able to keep it in play. Leah Homan. One-on-one with the defender. Needs some support there on that side of the field. Whips one into the box. Mahoney trying to rush after it. But ultimately into the hands of Enright, who will distribute this one up ahead. That's on for Kaufman. Kaufman with some room to work. Well-timed intervention there from Bergeron. And a foul drawn here by Dake as Hamilton was in coverage of her. Another set piece for the Bulldogs. Blanchard to take this very close to the near touch line. 6 minutes into this game, it's still scoreless. Adrian's had the majority of the chances. Dake looking to turn her mark. Played over the top for Mahoney, who just can't get there in time. Good build-up play for Adrian. Enright has done well, the Heidelberg goalkeeper, to get off her line quickly as the Bulldogs look to play balls over the top. Zoli in for Hohenscheid. Played well on to Dake. Dake on the dribble. Cuts it into the middle, looking in behind for Eve Davis. Ball was too quick for her. Alamdari, Bulldogs manager, looking to make some tweaks with their final ball. Hasn't been weighted properly so far. The rest of the build-up play has been fairly good for Adrian. Still looking for their first shot on target. They've had a lot of possession early on in this game. Their coach, Ali Alamdari, 15th season coaching at Adrian College. Enjoys the new challenges that every day presents as a college women's soccer coach. Nature of the sport is just so cyclical. You always have new players coming in and going out. On for Dake. Constantly looking to rebuild your unit as a college coach of any sport, really. Right now, Adrian has a strong group. No reason they can't have success in the MIAA this season. This one played on for Kylie Hoover, who can't get there quite in time. Winning the race to it was Zoe Blanchard, who plays it out the touchline for a Heidelberg throw-in. Down into the corner. With it is Becca Thomas. Whips it into the box. A fake shot. Now trying their luck is Heidelberg. And the shot from Laus was blocked well by an Adrian defender to shut down the chance. Now in a foot race for it. Mahoney chasing against a Heidelberg defender. Adept play by Enright to settle it down and provide some room for center back to work. Laid off here for the Student Princes. Perry switches the field onto Schaefer, who has plenty of green grass, pushing the ball up the pitch now. Schaefer down into the corner. Wasn't quite on the same wavelength as Kaufman. It appears as if Heidelberg has won the corner kick. Megan Hamilton coming down to do the honors. 36 seconds left in this minutes. Not quite that far into the game yet. Getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. Early on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys with you. Heidelberg versus Adrian. The Berg with a dangerous corner kick opportunity right now. They'll whip it into the box, trying to get a foot on it. That chance sails wide to Taylor Fisher's left side. Goal kick for Adrian. Olivia Perry, the defender, got up in the play and tried her luck. Couldn't generate the connection she was looking for on the ball. Now Fisher to kick this one away. Junior goalkeeper had 4 clean sheets last season. Blanchard having to race after this one yet again. She will shield it well out for a goal kick, which Fisher will take again. Early on we saw Adrian creating some dangerous opportunities deep in Heidelberg's end. Now Heidelberg returning the favor. The key is trying to win possession off of these goal kicks and moving up the field. Falls perfectly to Mahoney, who took a heavy touch on it. Played out wide for the fullback again. Dake hustling to get it back for her team. Mahoney is offsides. Free kick for Heidelberg. McKenna Mahoney, who was offsides in that instance, is a fifth-year senior striker from Trenton, Michigan. Starter and integral part of the Bulldogs team ever since her freshman season, where she started 14 matches and scored a team-high 11 goals. Mahoney bumped into with force there. Perhaps was looking for the foul, but didn't get it. Bulldogs will get a throw-in, though. Mahoney's claim to fame is she scored the game winner in the 2018 MIAA final versus Hope College as a freshman. That won them the conference championship. There's been ups and downs, as there always is in college athletics, but she's been one of the cornerstones of this Adrian team during her previous 4 years with the program. Huber did well to flick it over a defender. Bulldogs looking to slow the game down and possess a bit here as Huber's pressured. Fumbled with the ball. Turned over to Hoover. Seeking ball, looking for Kaufman, but the Bulldogs will head away. A tough tackle from behind in on Huber. That will warrant a foul against Heidelberg. Aggressive play early on, just 12 minutes in here on Adrian College TV. If you're just joining us, still looking for our first shot on net of the game. There's been several corner kicks, but not the clinical service that's been required for success. Blanchard kicks this ball ahead. Dake clattered into again. Heidelberg not afraid to throw their weight around. It's cost them a few times, conceding fouls. And now they'll be called for a dangerous high kick. That was Becca Thomas raising her boot near the facial area of an Adrian player. Not able to do that. Usually the rule of thumb is having to keep your foot below waist height, especially if you're nearby another player, as whenever those studs or your foot get close to another player's head area, it's not a recipe for good things. This time it'll be Mahoney whipping the ball in. That sailed just over the crossbar, wasn't far away. a good chance she'll get a high five from her teammate Zoli. An excellent effort from Mahoney, had some pace, was curling into the far post, couldn't keep it quite far enough down to the ground. Bridget Enright plays it to the near side. Dake quickly winning it back, has it poked away by Audrey Kaufman. Kaufman looking to work it up the line. That skipped over the leg of Dalzocchio. Bulldogs will recover. Bergeron dropping for Blanchard. Mahoney putting the press on. Kicks it out the touchline. Heidelberg throw in. That is Schaefer throwing it in at the bottom of your screen. Heidelberg tiptoeing the touchline. And they'll stay with possession here on another throw in. Nearing the 15-minute mark. McKenna Mahoney with the best chance so far off a free kick from the left side. And now Adrian will get a throw in. They'll get the ball back after a last-second deflection. Came off of Megan Hamilton as the ball went on its trajectory out of bounds. And for Zoli. Flicks it over her head. Longwasser cleared it to the sideline and out. Adrian was ranked 6th out of 9 teams in the MIAA preseason coaches poll. But their coach, Alamdari, said that he doesn't pay too much attention to the rankings and he wants to let his teams play on the field do the talking. Certainly a good mindset to have. Bulldogs coming off a weekend where they split a pair of games, fell 1-0 to Maryville on Saturday and then got their first win of the year on Sunday over Sewanee by the same score of 1-0. So it's been tight margins so far in the season, a scoreless draw, a 1-0 loss, and a 1-0 win early on for Adrian. Wearing the yellow shirts tonight, Heidelberg in the black. As the Bulldogs will just let this one roll out of bounds for a throw in. Leah Homan has scored Adrian's first and only goal of the season in their previous game against Sewanee. That came in the 22nd minute, ended up being the winner. They got a bit of an extra boost in the moments that mattered in that game, and that's what led to them getting the result that they looked for. Focus and intensity was right in that previous game, according to Ali Alamdari. Heidelberg sending it out wide yet again. Coach Alamdari with a career record of 150, 90, and 29, making him the winningest coach in program history. Reached 150 wins last season. Now at 151 wins with the victory they achieved last weekend, as Heidelberg will have a set piece of their own now. Maddie Laus to take it. Junior out of Wapakoneta, Ohio. The 5'6" midfielder to play the ball in. Trying to kick it ahead was Heidelberg. Quickly cut off by the Adrian defense. Mahoney working for it. Falls to Eve Davis. She'll play it wide, but getting just enough of it was Longwasser to clear. Bulldogs working down the field with aplomb right now. Another good header from Longwasser. One of the anchors of Heidelberg's defensive structure. Back into the feet of Dalzocchio. Gets it back again. Played up the line by Schaefer, but the ball wouldn't stay in bounds for her. First ever meeting between these two schools was back on October 19th, 1989. Heidelberg won that match in blowout fashion, 4-0. Headed out by the Berg again. Bulldogs working ahead. Zoli into the feet of Mahoney. Couldn't get the first touch she was looking for. And then the ensuing shot, perhaps you could count that as a shot on target, into the outstretched arms of Bridget Enright. This one sailing high in the air to the half line. Kicked ahead by Adrian. Megan Hamilton working it on along. Huber. Josie Huber working hard to stay with it. Wins the ball back. Cuts it back. but took a deflection off a Heidelberg foot. Now headed back on by Laus. Kaufman now. Across here for Thomas. Becca Thomas was foiled by Leah Homan. As we mentioned just a couple minutes ago, has the only goal of the season so far for the Bulldogs. Came in their previous game against Sewanee all the way down in Tennessee. Quite the trip there. Stopped at a minor league baseball game on the way down and met up with a former Adrian alum, now playing minor league baseball. Dake looking through the middle, found the head of Davis, but could not be controlled by the team in yellow. Adrian plays in a 4-3-3 formation. Typically, they like to get up quick in transition, play quickly up the field, try to get the ball to Eve Davis and McKenna Mahoney up top. Those are their two main scoring threats. Mahoney with it now. Played back for Zoli. Considered passing, but decided not to. Now back for Bergeron over the top. Too far in front of Davis. Davis, the senior out of Canton, Michigan. Plymouth High School graduate. Played youth soccer for Canton Celtic. And varsity soccer at the high school level for Plymouth High. Audrey Kaufman being replaced right now by Mackenzie Damza for Heidelberg. Fresh legs on the field for the Student Princes. Working hard to try and win this one is Hohenscheid. Headed back by Huber. Hohenscheid trying to stay with it. Comes on to Davis. Wasn't on the same wavelength as Mahoney. Dake, Mahoney, and Davis, the front three for the Bulldogs right now, all wearing the armband. Their three captains are their three prominent attacking players. Back into the middle now. Mahoney takes this one. Kelsey Zoli looking wide for Del Zocchio. Good foot there. Acrobatics from Schaefer showing off her athleticism. Bulldogs throwing. Zoli. She's been impressive in the midfield so far this season. She's taken down, but no call. So play will continue. Working hard to stay with it is Hoover. Nearly took a knock off of the official. Will continue. Huber. Zoli back up on her feet after being tripped up. Still Zoli. Sophomore out of Canton, Michigan, has been a big addition for this Adrian team. Really commands that midfield region well. Off the thigh of Perry. Played back in. Flicked on by Dake. Important that the Bulldogs continue on, don't allow themselves to get frustrated, as lots of balls going in behind that don't have runners chasing after them at the moment. A few things to be worked out. Less than 24 minutes to go in this first half. Glad you've joined us here on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys here riding solo in the commentary booth. Adrian hosting Heidelberg in women's soccer action. Both teams with one win, one draw, and one loss on the year. We'll see which one can improve their record today. Ball goes out of bounds. Adrian's had the majority of chances. Hardly any shots on goal, however. Best chance still coming from McKenna Mahoney on a set piece that sailed just inches above the crossbar. Looked like it might have meant the opening goal, but wasn't quite able to connect. Heidelberg working their way down the sideline. They'll draw another throw in. New coach this year, as we mentioned, Madeline McLaughlin. Joined by graduate assistants Kaylee Hensley on the coaching staff. As Mahoney looking to cut into the middle here, she'll go to ground. Was knocked over from behind by a Heidelberg defender. That was Lexi Longwasser, who's been all over the place trying to contain this Adrian front three. And now this will present a premium scoring opportunity, as you have to imagine Mahoney will take this one right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Bridget Enright, the Heidelberg keeper, directing traffic. She'll most likely be tested. Mahoney, the only one approaching the ball at about the 10-yard line of the football field. From 20 yards out, McKenna Mahoney tries her luck on goal straight through the uprights. That'll leave her shaking her head. Really good chance. Just too much power behind that strike from Mahoney. Sailed far over the net. She's considered the heart and soul of this Bulldog team. High expectations that she holds for herself and her teammates. She's adjusted her style over the years from solely chasing balls in behind to becoming more of a distributor as well as a finisher. Couldn't find the finish on that attempt. Favorite soccer player is U.S. Women's National Team midfielder Julie Ertz. Her favorite band is Panic at the Disco, and favorite food is tacos, as Enright will come off her line again there. She netted 14 of Adrian's 34 goals last season and put together a goal-scoring streak that lasted 8 consecutive games. Also named to the All-MIAA first team just a year ago. Blanchard's going to chase this one down. Plenty of time to survey her options, but passed it out of play. Homan unable to keep it in. Heidelberg to throw it back in. Homan dropped for Blanchard. Takes no risks there with that thundering clearance. As we were mentioning before, Mahoney drew the foul. Heidelberg's graduate assistants, Kaylee Hensley and Matt Gordon, both joining Madeline McLaughlin's coaching staff this year, as Heidelberg's going to win a free kick very near that far sideline, deep in Adrian territory. Another opportunity. Wind blowing away from Adrian's end as this cross is sent in. Huber heading it away, still in the mixer. Another shot and a nice save there from Taylor Fisher off of another chance from Heidelberg's defender, Olivia Perry, who had a shot earlier on in the night that didn't hit the target. That time she placed it fairly well into the top corner, but Fisher up to get it with haste. Now Ainsley Tucker working this one wide again for Becca Thomas. Thomas has been wreaking a bit of havoc on that far side all night. Pass couldn't find a teammate, but Heidelberg will stay with possession via a throw-in. Heidelberg is defended well. Can they attack well here? Quickly cut off by Homan, sophomore out of Georgetown, Ontario. 5'5" defender. Uses her head well. To the feet of Davis. Davis, an unselfish player who loves to feed the ball to her teammates. Longwasser ushers that pass out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Assistant coach Justin Tobin joining Adrian this season. He was a member of the Adrian men's soccer team from 2017 to 2021. He was hired on August 9th as Alamdari's assistant coach. Couple of changes here for both sides. Sydney Anderson will come on for Adrian, and Caitlin Cross, freshman out of Brook Park, Ohio, will make an entry for Heidelberg. Heading off now, Leah Homan for Adrian, as well as Becca Thomas, graduate student from Poland, Ohio. Now Dake, looking to cook up an opportunity for the team in yellow. Caitlin Dake, that one took a deflection, may have gone off the hand of a Heidelberg player, but not intentional. So no foul called. Becca Thomas being subbed off the field, as we mentioned, by Heidelberg after she was at the center of most of their offensive chances, covering a lot of ground. Very justifiably tired out early on in this game. Thrown in now by Dalzocchio. Heidelberg working it up the near sideline. Looking to find a way ahead is Maddie Laus, who draws the throw in for her team. Schaefer in for Laus. Laid off back to Schaefer. Just got that pass away in time. Staying with it is Heidelberg. Bergeron not to be denied. Ball is bouncing around there near the halfway line. Played wide now for Damza. Tackled away well by Dalzocchio. Into the feet of Kelsey Zoli for Blanchard. On ahead. Mahoney couldn't get to it in the air. Blanchard again. Looking to spur her team onwards as Eve Davis shows off some nice hustle, wins possession back for Adrian. From the left corner, cross is blocked. Heidelberg cannot keep it in. Another corner for the Bulldogs. Referee points to that corner flag, which should be the third or fourth corner of the game for Adrian, as they bring on more fresh legs in the form of Anna Marie Foss-Moen, freshman out of Lake Orion, Michigan. 5'7" forward, and she will replace one of Adrian's captains, Eve Davis, who did well to win the corner that Caitlin Dake will take here. Dake whipped into the box, sailing high in the air, hovering around, a chance. The initial header went from Hohenscheid. Racing after it was Anderson, who just made her entry into the game. Forced Bridget Enright to dive out and grab it. Good delivery there by Dake. Sent the pass high in the air so her teammates had plenty of time to get under it as Anderson and Blanchard collide. Two more subs coming on for Heidelberg with 15 and a half to go in the first 45. Coming on for them is Caitlin Helminiak and Reagan Staup, replacing Sydney Schaefer and Kylie Hoover. Throw in here for the Student Princes. Quickly headed back the opposite direction by Anderson. Falls to Zoli in the middle of the park. Zoli looking for some sort of options. Nobody with her, so she'll turn direction. Skips back for Blanchard, who will take her space. Blanchard uses the outside of the foot, and that will end in a Heidelberg throw-in. Headed forward by Anderson. Kicked in the air. Hohenscheid intervened, but it went off of her arm, so it will be a kick on the ground for Heidelberg. Michigan-based lineup on display for Adrian here this afternoon. 24 of their 26 players are from the state of Michigan. Only exceptions are freshman defender Zoe Greenbaum from Toledo, Ohio, and sophomore defender Leah Homan from Georgetown, Ontario, currently has the Bulldogs' only goal of the season. Coach Alamdari said that Michigan is a real hotbed for women's soccer, and it helps take some talented recruits away from other schools in the area if you can convince them to come to your school. Heidelberg won the set piece there. One of their players is still down on the turf. Hopefully they're all right. And the clock is going to be stopped here for an injury timeout. We'll head to commercial break and be back with the conclusion of the first half in a moment.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Back here at Docking Stadium, Calvin Keys here with you on Adrian College TV. We had a stoppage here with 13 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock as Caitlin Cross, recently subbed into the game, fell hard to the turf. Hopefully she's all right. Good to see her walking off under her own power right now. Going to be replaced by Mackenzie Damsa, junior out of Barberton, Ohio. Another substitute apiece for each team, waiting on the half line to be allowed entry. The restart after the injury situation was figured out here in the coming moments will be a free kick for Heidelberg. Elise Fries coming onto the field now for Adrian, accompanied by Molly Gabriel, and it looks like Bailey Phillips will stay off the field for the time being, still waiting to make her entry into the game via a substitution. Free kick on the far side of the field. Whipped in now by Heidelberg. Dangerous cross. Headed onwards by Huber. Sent wide. Dake lost control. Damsa with it. Into the middle. Right back with it for Adrian is McKenna Mahoney. And Miles offside there was Foss Moen. Adrian's frustrated because Mahoney didn't target Foss Moen with the through pass. Foss Moen realized her mistake and eased off of the run. But flag had already gone up by the assistant referee, so it's still a free kick for the Adrian Bulldogs. For Heidelberg. Just over 13 minutes left in this first half, still scoreless. Best chances have been for the Bulldogs. They've had the majority of the opportunities, haven't been able to hit the target. Mahoney had a pair of dangerous free kicks. Trying her luck again here, as it's on for Anna Marie Foss Moen. Took a heavy touch on it, and that ended up being the difference. Ball got away from her feet as she was in behind on goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Allowed Heidelberg's keeper Bridget Enright to clear it away. Back in again. Ball bouncing into the 18-yard box. Settled by Anderson. And goes off of her foot and out of play for the goal kick. 3 new subs on for Heidelberg. We've got Bailey Phillips, Chloe Grievous, and Sid Hewer. Heidelberg taking advantage of their squad depth here in the first half, giving some of their important players a breather. Enright, straight to the head of Mahoney. Chasing it in, Foss Moen, freshman out of Lake Orion. Takes a knock off of a Heidelberg player, and now they'll look to put together a bit of a counter. Back onto the foot of Hewer. Blanchard missed the clearing attempt. Now a scramble to get it. Fries racing back. Plays it backwards for Fisher. Sends it to the sideline. Adrian gets out of a pickle. Heidelberg to take the throw in. Student Princes throw it in down the line. Laid off into the middle for Phillips. Heidelberg onwards for Gabriel. Back into the feet of Molly Gabriel, who will turn, sends this one high in the air, and Taylor Fisher will grab it. A couple of Saturdays ago, the Adrian Bulldogs men's soccer team hosted the Heidelberg men's squad. And Adrian came out on top 1-0 after a goal at the death. Can Foss Moen find a goal here? She can't. As I was saying, Gavin Bignell scored for the Bulldogs in the 88th minute to give them the win over Heidelberg. Adrian women looking to create a repeat performance, again facing off against Heidelberg at home on a Saturday. Dake driving wide. She's got great speed. Dropped for a teammate, that's Bergeron. Into the box. No Bulldogs in the vicinity. Cleared away by Perry, but only as far as Kelsey Zoli. Ball cleared away from her feet. Enright will scoop it up. Already had a football broadcast earlier today on ACTV. I actually worked as a camera operator during that live feed that we had here on YouTube as well. As Heidelberg's fouled. That was Josie Huber clattering into Phillips, freshman from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. So now a set piece for Heidelberg, as we were saying. Adrian Bulldogs football unit able to come out on top over Hanover, get their first win of the season by a score of 33-0. As Huber now will have to exit the field. She is bleeding. We're going to go to commercial break while we get this sorted out.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com.
Josie Huber getting some applause after she just had to exit the field. She had a cut on her forehead that needed to be treated. It had spread over her jersey. Looks like she's okay, just may have gotten in a bit of a collision with a Heidelberg player. Certainly hope she's all right. We had Caitlin Cross exit for Heidelberg with injury a few moments ago, was holding one of her legs. Best wishes going out to both of those players. Adrian will look to press on. Controversial call here as they'll rule for the throw-in in favor of Heidelberg. Thought for sure that was going to go in Adrian's favor, but that call will go against them. Assistant referee had a better angle on the far sideline than I did, but it even surprised Sydney Anderson, who held the ball in her hands for Adrian. Sent into the middle. Cannot be reached by Dake. Working hard after it was Alana Earl, who just replaced Huber. Heidelberg working it back to the middle. Hewer turned over to Anderson. Trapped well with the chest of Mahoney. Taken to ground with a hard tackle from Longwasser. Another free kick for the Bulldogs. Approaching the 8-minute mark. Zoe Blanchard to take this one. Blanchard playing it over the top. Headed well by Longwasser. Still skipping in the air. Dake in, trying to get it. Knocked over her opponent, Hamilton. Skips out now. Bergeron, pressured. Gets out of that situation. And another throw in for Adrian. Less than 8 minutes to go. Stay with us here after the conclusion of this women's soccer match, as we'll have the second part of our doubleheader as men's soccer hosts Rochester University. Very interesting, as the women's team is matching an opponent that the men played earlier on in the season in Heidelberg. The women's soccer team played Rochester in a preseason scrimmage. Ended up losing, I believe, by a score of 1-0. And now the men's team will try their luck at the Rochester Warriors squad. Bergeron will let this one roll outside the touchline for a throw-in. That came off of Caitlin Helminiak. Entering the game now for the Bulldogs is Riley Mugrabi, replacing Dake, who's had a heavy workload in the first. Always does a great deal of running when she's out there. One of the hardest working players in yellow. Headed into the middle. Heidelberg trying to clear the danger. Could not be kept in by Helminiak, who recently entered the game. Now another sub. Getting some applause is McKenna Mascaro, who's been nursing an injury recently, looking to make her return. The fourth captain of Adrian will enter the game. Getting loud applause from the crowd in attendance here at Docking Stadium. Bulldogs trying to generate some more applause, hopefully with their performance, looking for their first goal of the game. Mahoney played it softly into the box. None of her teammates could get there in time. And Wright, the first one to make it to the ball, picks it up, and maybe one or two more chances left in this first half. Falls onto Fries, who misplayed it. Blanchard racing across the field. Comes off of a Heidelberg attacker. Throw in for Adrian. Mahoney lets it bounce over her head. Voss Moen pressuring. Ball sailed into the stands. Caught well by a spectator who gets a sampling of applause. Zoli has her pass in, headed away. Mascaro getting into the mix. Mugrabi making an effort, ultimately cleared away by Damza. Dangerous kick from Zoli, and just like we saw a high kick called against Heidelberg down in the far corner earlier on in the match, this time it's Zoli who's guilty. Longwasser up ahead, getting a piece of it Earl. Less than 5 minutes left to be played in this first half. Storm clouds approaching Docking Stadium. May have some rain in the cards. Weather has been pretty fair in this first half as there's a bit of a mix-up between both teams. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some precipitation in a few moments. Shout out to our director, Cameron Overmeyer, for making me aware of those conditions. As this one's played in behind, just too far ahead of Anna Marie Foss-Moen. Knocked over Viviana Palmer, who did well defensively, or rather that was Chloe Grievous. Out for another Adrian throw-in. I'd like to see the numbers on how many throw-ins we've seen in this first 45 minutes of play. There's certainly been an abundance of them. Mahoney trying to turn her man. Looking to find her teammate Mugrabi in the box. But again, grabbing it was Enright. This game looking similar to the last match I called where Adrian took on Earlham, where they had a lot of passes in the build-up, but not a lot of chances on goal. Foss-Moen frustrated as she's called for a push in the back of Grievous that sprung her away. Free kick for Heidelberg. Clock ticking down in this first half. Heidelberg coached in part by their assistant Kaylee Hensley, who was named first team All-Conference 3 times and second team All-Region twice during her career at the University of Charleston. Their other assistant is Matt Gordon, who played goalkeeper at John Carroll University. And before joining the Heidelberg program, he was a coach at Ambassadors FC in the Cleveland area. Heidelberg trying to put together a 1-2 play, but taken away by Anderson. Barely able to keep this ball in bounds. Blanchard, the center back, getting ahead, looking to play the 1-2. Mahoney muscled off the ball. Played around the back. Reagan Staup with no option but to play it out into touch. Anderson to put it back in play. Sydney Anderson, who entered the game a few moments ago, headed on for Mahoney. Dropping back well for Zoli, who has an opponent hot on her tail, and her shot was blocked off by the intervention of Megan Hamilton, 5'1" defender, senior out of Springboro, Ohio. 2 minutes left in the first half. Still scoreless. Glad you've joined us on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys here with you, performing play-by-play in the booth. Cameron Overmeyer, our director. Happy you've joined us for the second of 3 broadcasts we have on the day. Football was at 1 p.m. This game kicked off at 5, and we'll have Adrian versus Rochester in men's soccer as our nightcap at 7 p.m. It's been a great day of college football as we have football on display right now. Remarkably, the University of Alabama, #1 ranked, almost taken down earlier today, narrowly escaped with a last-second field goal at the University of Texas. That was a crazy matchup. I'm looking forward to Michigan versus Hawaii tonight. Would have liked to watch some of the English Premier League games this weekend as well, but those were canceled due to the recent passing of Queen Elizabeth. Rest in peace, and hearts are certainly with the United Kingdom during this trying time. Mahoney couldn't find the first touch required. This one will make its way through several Adrian players in the final minute. Mascaro trying to settle it, wearing that brace on her right leg. In her return from injury, received a large applause as she re-entered the field for the first time in a while. Anderson, Mascaro, on for Zoli, 30 seconds now. Too far ahead, McKenna Mascaro. Blanchard backtracking for the ball. Back on ahead. Kicked away by Hewer. 20 seconds, maybe a last-ditch attack from Heidelberg. They turned it over. Earl got a piece of it out for a throw-in. Maybe one last play by Adrian if they hurry. Foss Moen settling it. Trapped on the side. Sent back up for Mahoney, and that'll do it for the first half of play. No goals to speak of, but plenty of interesting action. Bulldogs have come close on numerous occasions. McKenna Mahoney nearly getting the Bulldogs on the scoreboard, but still 0-0 is how things will stand here on Adrian College TV. Stay with us for second half action in about 15 minutes' time.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys here with you. Adrian Bulldogs hosting the Heidelberg Student Princes. Both teams back on the field and preparing for the second half to start. As we take a look at our halftime stats, Bulldogs had 3 shots to Heidelberg's 2. Only one of Adrian's shots were on target, the only one we've seen so far in this game, forcing just a single save from Heidelberg's keeper, Bridget Enright. Bulldogs were offsides twice, and shockingly, Heidelberg ruled to have 51% possession. So that's how things stand at the halftime break. Adrian committed 8 fouls. Heidelberg committed 6 as the Bulldogs get ready to kick off the second half of action. Referees in this game today, Alan Moliet, and the assistant referees are Tyler Gregory and Scott Blasey, dedicating their time to make today's game possible. Huge shout out to them. No cards in that first half either. Foss Moen's going to start the second half after she did very well coming on in the first 45 minutes of play midway through. On the dribble now is Becca Thomas. Also had a strong first half performance before being subbed off late in the first 45. Moving it on ahead here is Del Zocchio. Cut off by a Heidelberg player. Bergeron using the head well. Settled by Thomas. Pressured by Blanchard. Mahoney staying with it. Davis in with the challenge. Maintaining possession here was Ainsley Tucker. Shifted over to the far side where Anderson will simply let this ball roll out of bounds. No goals so far in this game. Only one shot on target, as we mentioned, which belongs to the Bulldogs. Taylor Fisher to send this one away. Fisher had 10 wins as the starting keeper last season, made a conference-high 93 saves, stopping 13 in a single game against Wheaton College. Certainly impressive. Good ball in behind now for Foss Moen. Racing after it, Anna Marie Foss Moen missed the goal. Enright coming out aggressively to cut off the angle. Foss Moen was far away from goal with that strike, but a decent looking chance here to begin the second half. Another reminder, we've got men's soccer on after this one. They'll take on Rochester. That will start at 7 p.m. or whenever this game is finished. Dark clouds covering the sky here towards the start of the second half. Heidelberg will win the set piece. Hasn't rained all day here on the campus of Adrian College, but it looks like it might here any minute now. See how that plays a factor as the game continues to move along. Played over the top. Took a touch off of Kaufman, but did not stay in. And now sent up the sideline by Dalzocchio and out. Throw in for Heidelberg. Deep into the corner. Blanchard shielding it out for a goal kick. Blanchard, one of the top center backs on this Adrian team, senior out of Bay City, Michigan. Graduated from Bay City Western High School. Bay City Western with a pretty good athletics program. My high school alma mater, Mount Pleasant, faced off against them a lot in the Saginaw Valley League. My senior year, our football team matched up against Western in the championship. Foss Moen in behind here off of a beautiful pass. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Tried to put it between the wickets, but was not successful. Another huge save from Bridget Enright. That was the best chance of this game so far, as Foss Moen got a brilliant pass. I'd love to see that play again. Great chance for Foss Moen. Enright came out to take away the angle as we take a look at the instant replay. All alone, only one player to beat. That was the goalkeeper, and sent it right into her. Instead of choosing to pick out a corner, was trying to sneak it under between the legs of the keeper Enright. Great look there from the ACTV replay. This ball sent across. Onto Mascaro, tries the shot, hit her own teammate in the process of the shot, and it's ruled that that teammate was offside. So a free kick for Heidelberg. What a moment that would have been for McKenna Mascaro, making her return from an injury today in the first half. Got a huge applause, and you can imagine how loud those cheers would have been had that ball nestled into the back netting. Enright has had her hands full, the freshman goalkeeper, but she stood tall to the task. Blanchard heading this one back. Played on by Fries up the near touchline. Davis, beautiful overlapping ball onto Fries that she can't quite get to. This one flicked back up the other direction by Becca Thomas. Now into the feet of Laus. Back for Thomas. Has a teammate with her. See if they look to switch it to the far side, as that's a brilliant, well-timed interception by Bergeron. Davis now back up ahead the other way. Foss Moen running in again. Can she make the most of this chance? Again, sends it right into Enright. Foss Moen has really changed the game. Has some real breakaway speed, just needs to find the accuracy with that finish now. 5 minutes into the second half, still scoreless as we're surrounded by dark clouds here at Docking Stadium. Adrian with lots of chances. Anna Marie Foss Moen with a pair to start this second half, but as of yet, no goals. Maybe we can get another look at that one on the replay as we see here. Foss Moen, again, great angle on it. Really needs to look to put those shots to the corner, make it difficult for the goalkeeper. So far, both of her opportunities have been sent right into Enright for easy saves. But she's doing a lot of things right, getting in behind all alone. Has caught Heidelberg's defense sleeping on a couple of occasions. Kaufman had a look at goal that went wide to Fisher's left and out for a goal kick. Foss Moen, freshman out of Lake Orion, came on in the first half and started the second half, so really proved a point to Coach Alamdari. Adrian's got a good deal of squad depth, but Foss-Moen really changed the pace as soon as she came into the game. Moving up to take this throw is Olivia Dulé, freshman out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Clock is going to be stopped here. Still awaiting clarification. You wonder if play is going to be halted. I wonder if potentially there was a lightning strike. I did not see anything personally, but the players are heading off the field right now. It looks like they're going indoors. And all signs point to the fact that there was a bolt of lightning spotted in the vicinity. Players are going to head to the locker room. We're still awaiting some clarification. Referee didn't hesitate as crowd is being encouraged to exit at docking. There's currently a conversation going on between the referees and the coaching staff of both teams, trying to discern what exactly is going on right now. Tough to tell from the camera angle we have at the moment, but close to the stands, all the players are heading off the field, it looks like, into the locker room areas, and the referees are having a conversation with both coaches, trying to figure out what's going to go on. We mentioned the dark clouds that are hovering overhead. And now it's finally announced there was lightning in the area, so fans being encouraged to leave the stands and seek shelter. Don't really know how we're going to proceed with this, but the clock stops with 38 minutes, 17 seconds in the second half. And I suppose we will keep you updated, so stand by. We're going to go to commercials for the moment as we try to discern the situation and how long the delay will last. Please stay with us and we'll provide an update shortly.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to Adrian College TV. You may notice no players on the field at the moment. Everyone has been encouraged to take shelter as storm clouds are brewing overhead. There was a lightning strike spotted as we can now hear thunder. Our camera's currently being shut down, so don't mind the disturbances. But essentially, we're coming back to tell you that we're going to have a 30-minute delay. We'll continue to run ads and keep you updated as we have more information. But for right now, we have a 30-minute pause in the action. Please stay with us here on Adrian College TV, and we'll continue to keep you posted as to when this game may resume. Thank you.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President..."
Welcome back to our coverage of Heidelberg versus Adrian here on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys here with you with another update on whether this game will resume. As of right now, 6:56 p.m., and the game was halted quite a while ago for a lightning storm in the vicinity. Right now, as we said, it's 7 p.m. This game needs to restart by 8 p.m. If it doesn't restart by 8, that means the game will either be postponed or rescheduled for a later date. Regardless, it won't happen tonight if it doesn't restart by 8. So again, I'll reiterate, if we have to wait half an hour after each lightning strike to resume play. So if there's lightning at 7:31, that means that the women's game will not be played tonight. We don't know when it will be rescheduled for, but if the women's game cannot resume by 8 p.m., that means it will not be played tonight. As for the men's game, it can start at no later than 9 p.m. So if we do not have the men's game up and running by 9, that game will also not be played tonight. We're putting information down in the chat if you missed this announcement, but just wanted to provide another update. Women's game needs to start by 8 p.m. If the storm has not rolled over by that time, the game will not be played tonight. And then as for the men's game, which was scheduled to start at 7 originally, if that game does not commence by 9 p.m., it also will not be played tonight. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. Hopefully that cleared up some of the confusion. We're going to go back to commercials, and when we have more information or potentially if this game resumes, we will come back on the air to let you know. Thank you.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold.
All right, welcome back to Docking Stadium. Thank you for staying with us through that lengthy weather delay. Both teams are back out on the field as conditions have cleared. The rain's still coming down, but no more lightning. So they are going to warm up for 5 minutes, and then we will resume the second half from where we left off. There was still 38 minutes, 17 seconds left to be played in the second. Still scoreless, and we will have the rest of second half play once it resumes here in a few minutes, once these teams have completed their warm-up routines. Stay with us.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to Docking Stadium as we resume our coverage of women's soccer action. Still waiting for our camera to be back in order, and now it is. Feed returning after a weather delay of around an hour. We're back for the second half between Adrian and Heidelberg. Heidelberg has the throw-in on the near touchline. Calvin Keys here with you, riding solo in the commentator's booth, where we just rolled the storm windows back up after a heavy downpour, some thunder and lightning. The deadline for resuming this game was 8 p.m. And now at 7:23, we get it back underway. For those of you awaiting the coverage of the men's soccer match that was supposed to start at 7, that game will commence immediately after this one concludes. Still have 37 and a half to play, so lots of time left. Maybe a bit of a restart for Heidelberg. Adrian looked to be in the driver's seat in the first half. Had lots of chances right before the stoppage occurred. Foss Moen, number 15, who's chasing after the ball right now for the Bulldogs, had some golden opportunities. 2 shots, one-on-one with the goalkeeper she wasn't able to capitalize on. 3 shots on target in this game, all belonging to Adrian. Heidelberg looking to find their first of the night. as this is Becca Thomas going on a run. Blanchard intervening as the clouds part here at Docking Stadium on the campus of Adrian College. Thank you again for sticking with us during that long delay. Our crew is pretty much waiting it out here in the press box. Glad to have the soccer match proceeding as planned again. Heidelberg playing this one deep into Adrian's half, and it will roll out. Goal kick for Taylor Fisher. Have to wonder what both of these teams were doing in the locker room during the stoppage. Always difficult to stay focused during a lightning delay. This will test the mental fortitude of both units as we see who was able to keep their focus during that long pause. Mascaro had a chance earlier on in the night. This is her first game back from injury. Hit a teammate with her shot. Fisher to boot this one away into the feet of Mascaro, who trapped it well. Looking to send it wide, but too far away from Foss Moen. Back into the middle, where Mahoney will find Dake. Through the middle, Eve Davis running in on goal. Can she get to it? Staying with it. Defender did well to keep her off of the ball. And then again, Bridget Enright sliding out to obtain possession of the ball. Fans returning to the stands right now, coming out from their shelter. Looking wide was Zoli. Sydney Anderson just able to get to it. Plays in deep for Davis into the far corner, where it will be sent out of bounds by Dulé. Anderson thrown into the feet of Mahoney, who will turn and head towards the end line. And she'll draw the corner kick. Another opportunity for Adrian. They've had a great deal of corners. This one will be taken by Mascaro. Players waiting outside the box on the far side. Mascaro crosses this one in, right into the middle of the penalty area. Headed away by Heidelberg, skips over a pair of Bulldogs, and we're off to the races. Kaufman with the ball at her feet. Touches got away from her. Blanchard clearing it away for the moment. Madeline McLaughlin urging her team on. Blanchard will intervene again. This time with it on the dribble is Dulé. Blanchard preventing her from having any sort of danger on the attack. Kicked forward by Fries, and maybe another chance for Foss Moen, who's in behind again, and just cleared away again from Enright. Foss Moen has sped in behind Heidelberg's back line on numerous occasions, but again it was Enright getting the better of her. Played into the corner for Thomas. Cross is blocked away by Homan. Corner for Heidelberg. End-to-end action here after a lengthy rain delay. Corner kick for the Student Princes. I think we may be having some issues with the stream right now. Hopefully everything's up and running. In a moment after this corner kick, we should be able to take a second look at the replay from that chance from Foss Moen. In the meantime, Heidelberg will whip this one into the far post. Getting ahead on it there was Olivia Perry. But again, just like most of the shots tonight, goes right towards the goalkeeper. In this instance, it's Taylor Fisher. As she kicks this one away, maybe we'll have a second look at the chance from Foss Moen. Her third of the night. Third one-on-one scenario with the goalkeeper. Ball sent back to Fisher, but again, Foss Moen just doing well to beat the center backs. Touch gets ahead of her. It's always difficult. You want to keep your pace, but at the same time, don't want that ball to go so far in front of your foot that you can't reach it when in a one-on-one situation with the keeper. That's what Fossmone has struggled with tonight. Working down the near sideline well is Tucker. Kaufman colliding with Anderson, falling to the pitch in a heap, and that will mean a set piece for Heidelberg. Wearing the black shirts, Adrian in yellow. Here's Laus to whip it in. Laus on the near sideline sends this one in low into the mixer. Bounced past the foot of Hamilton. Keeping it alive near the corner flag is Thomas. Beats Homan, but inadvertently kicked it past the end line. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. Crisis averted as Thomas was looking to cut in on goal. Beat her defender, but in that situation she was her own worst enemy, playing it out of bounds. Fisher has this one. Headed forward by Mascaro. Maybe springing Zoli. Cuts it back to the middle where she's got some room. Kelsey Zoli waiting for help. Opts not to look wide for Anderson. Now dumps off for Fries. Played wide now for Sydney Anderson. Into the feet of Zoli. Her shot in. Takes a deflection. Skips to Fries. Mahoney sliding in, trying to get any sort of touch on that on the near post. Again, just coming up just short. That's been the story of the night for Adrian. And back into the grasp of Bridget Enright. That looked like it would have been the shining moment for Adrian, as this one will come off the hands of Elise Fries. Beautiful work to stay with the play. Took a fortunate bounce off the shot from Zoli. Right into Fries, who stayed with it, put the cross in. Heidelberg taking this set piece. Langwasser, Fries on the header. Mahoney back to Elise Fries. Playing this one through beautifully to Eve Davis. A chance here. Davis whips in a ball. Fossmone, a swing and a miss on the low cross. Doing a lot of good things. She'll have to stay mentally resilient. Continue to move forward after her fourth missed chance of the night. Still a corner kick as Heidelberg had the last touch on it. I would love to see another chance at that shot on the near post for McKenna Mahoney, as we'll see it now. Played in behind for Eve Davis. She put it in. Fossmone couldn't quite reach it. Now out for a corner. Played into the near post. Heidelberg wins it. Laus sending it ahead. Whipped back in by the Bulldogs. Mahoney turning, firing, deflecting out. Corner kick. Adrian knocking at the door time and time again. 28 and a half minutes to try and get off the mark in this game and find their second goal of the season. Now the move being made is Morgan Wands replacing Elise Fries. Wands, the junior out of Madison Heights, Michigan. Mascaro to take yet another corner. Into the middle. Heidelberg winning the header again. Back into the box, very near the goal line. Play staying alive for Adrian. Finally a strike from Zoli that rolled, or excuse me, that was Eve Davis that rolled perfectly towards Enright. It's been a game of catch for Bridget Enright so far in this one. Credit to her for coming off her line quickly to make some well-timed clearances, but other than that, the shots have been right into her frame. Zoli tripped up here, wins another free kick. Gets a hand from the crowd. Sloppy tackle from Hamilton. I'd be willing to bet Mahoney will have another look on goal with this one. Mahoney, fifth-year grad student out of Trenton, Michigan, has had 2 free kicks from a similar spot on the field tonight. Both have gone over the bar. Crucial that she puts this one on frame. Mahoney steps up to the mark. That one clattered into the wall. A chance for Eve Davis on the rebound. And that chance will sky over the crossbar. Good tenacity by Davis to get to it. Very technical player on the ball. Loves to take defenders on 1v1 and has the capacity to score some big-time goals. Very impactful player. Named to the 2021 MIAA All-Conference first team last season for her play. Her coach, Ali Alamdari, considers her one of the most technically gifted forwards in their conference. This one an interconference matchup. Heidelberg competing in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Adrian in the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletics Conference. Heidelberg having some trouble with the clearance that time. The Berg finished with an 11-7 record last season, qualified for the OAC tournament, finishing 6th, but fell to the third-seeded Capital University 3-1 in the first round of play. Bulldogs were 10-9 last year, 5-3 in the MIAA. They made a run to the MIAA quarterfinal and fell to the hands of Trine 1-0 in the first round. Thunder won the game with nearly the last possible moment, scoring in the 88th minute. But Adrian's coach, Ali Alamdari, did not consider it a disappointing loss. He was proud of his team for holding one of the top teams in their conference at bay for 88 minutes, keeping them off the scoreboard. In the end, that was the moment that ended their season, though. Coming out this year with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. Heidelberg bench wanted a handball a few moments ago. 25 minutes left to play. Laus lays this one off for a teammate. Making a run with the ball, it's Hamilton. Creating space for herself with her speed, opening up the game, and a poor pass that won't trouble Fisher too much. Both Heidelberg's coach McLaughlin and Adrian's coach Alamdari very active on the sideline, trying to tweak their team's tactics on the fly. This is one of those games that could go either way. Very similar to the match between the men's squads a week ago. That one was scoreless until the 88th minute when Gavin Bignell provided the winner for Adrian, which the men's soccer team will take the field as soon as this game concludes, taking on Rochester University. Ball sent over the top. Knocked over from behind was Morgan Wands, who I believe left the game in the first half with a cut to her forehead. Now it's bandaged up and showing off some toughness back in the game, contributing to her team. If you're just joining us, this game originally started at 5 o'clock. It's been postponed a great deal, with it now being 7:37 p.m. Foss Moen, another race for it, but she's offsides. As I was saying, we're still here playing soccer almost 3 hours from the initial kickoff. We saw a lengthy weather delay just a couple of minutes into the second half that postponed the proceedings for about an hour's time. Back on the field now after the lightning and the storm cleared. And Adrian looking to create a strike of their own. Looking to create a goal somehow. As Davis giving the goalkeeper some trouble, a mix-up with their defender. Eventually Enright able to capture the ball, but Davis did a good job to hustle in and make life difficult. Give Heidelberg's back line a difficult time. Adrian has done that a great deal tonight. Giving opposing defenders headaches, but creating no end product. Here's a bit of a defensive headache for the Bulldogs themselves, which Tegan Bergeron will do well to clear. Opportunity on the attack for Reagan Staup. A couple of substitutions taking place now. Molly Gabriel replacing Staup. And we will also see Sarah Hohenscheid replacing McKenna Mascaro, the senior from Taylor, Michigan, who made her return from injury tonight at home. Fans applauding that. Awkward fall there for Gabriel as Adrian looks to clear their lines. Blanchard turns it over, and it's ruled that Blanchard had the last touch, so Laus will now throw it in with haste. Wands Couldn't connect with a teammate. This one flicked on goal by Gabriel. Ends up rolling into the path of Fisher eventually. Over halfway through this second half. Took us a little while, but we're finally here on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys with you. Adrian hosting Heidelberg. Zoli looking to head it along. 50-50 ball. And shoved from behind is Ainsley Tucker, who wins the set piece for her side. Heidelberg in the all-black uniform. Adrian wearing yellow shirts with gray shorts as that pass nearly struck the legs of the referee. In the green tonight, Kaufman cutting in, plays it back outside masterfully. Gabriel, can she put a cross in? That is out of bounds by a wide margin. McLaughlin yelling to her team in frustration. Caitlin Helminiak coming in to replace Sydney Schaefer, graduate student from Spencerville, Ohio. Fisher will send this ball away into the midfield park. Textbook flick from Wands. She was impeded in the back in the process of doing so, so it will come back for a free kick after the advantage had passed by for Adrian. Just shy of the 40-yard line of the football field. Blanchard sending this one in. Thank you for sticking with us on Adrian College TV for an abnormally long women's soccer game. If you're tuning in for the men's soccer match, we'll have an update on that right now from our director, Cameron Overmeyer.
On the men's soccer game, the start, hang on one second. The men's soccer team, the game has been pushed back, obviously. The men's match will begin 30 minutes after the conclusion of the women. So that is 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. So if anybody's here looking for the men's soccer game, it'll start 30 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game.
So with just under 20 minutes left, thank you, Cameron, for that update. Really appreciate it. We've got just under 20 minutes left in this game. It's 7:41 currently. So that means that we'll have an approximate kickoff time of 8:30 for the men's soccer match initially scheduled for 7 p.m. That was our director, Cameron Overmeyer, popping in, part of our great crew, along with Andrew Black operating the camera for us tonight. All of us, including myself, Calvin Keys, students here at Adrian College, bringing you the action live from Docking Stadium. We're happy that it commenced again, as we were pretty much just holed up in the press box, just waiting for further news whether this game was going to resume. Fortunately, it has, and now we're trying to break the deadlock here. Adrian versus Heidelberg, no goals yet in this one. So this long pass rolled out of play. It'll be a throw-in from Anderson. 18:40, all that remains. Chances for both sides. Multiple free kicks in dangerous position for Mahoney. She couldn't capitalize on. And then a quartet of through balls played on for Foss Moen. She wasn't able to finish. She's on the ball now. Maybe an opportunity for Caitlin Dake racing after it. Dake will keep it in play. Looking to cut it back. Beautiful fake there from Dake. Lays it off. Past Foss Moen. The finish. The attempt from Hohenscheid was blocked by the foot of a Heidelberg defender, and now they're rushing the other way. Played across to the far side. Bergeron looking to track it down. And sends it off of Laus for the Adrian throw-in. Back and forth action. Bulldogs will have to keep their morale high. It's always frustrating when you have an abundance of chances but can't manage to finish one of them. Similar to what we saw in their home opener against Earlham. Got their first win on last Sunday against Sewanee down in Tennessee. That was 1-0. Goals have been few and far between for Adrian so far this year, as Blanchard will give that ball a ride up the grass hill on the far side here at Docking Stadium. So far this season, they've had a 0-0 draw, a 1-0 loss, and a 1-0 win. And no goals yet in this one. So 1 goal total from Adrian's entire roster early on this year, as Laus and Kaufman will be replaced by Mackenzie Damza as well as Bailey Phillips. 2 changes for the Student Princes. It's been confusing trying to figure out what sort of mascot to call Heidelberg by in this game because their mascot is the Student Prince of Heidelberg. Got into the backstory of that one on our previous broadcast when the men's soccer team hosted them here. It's after a Broadway play by the same name, the Student Prince of Heidelberg, based off of the German university in Heidelberg of the exact same name. But Student Prince is obviously a male mascot, so interesting when there's a female soccer team to try to navigate that. Just been sticking with Heidelberg so far in this one. Bit of a conundrum for a commentator, as you may understand. A few moments ago, Leah Holman came onto the pitch in a substitution for Sydney Anderson to get a break on the bench. That was Phillips looking to send one into the box. McLaughlin jumping up and down on the sideline. You can tell she definitely cares about how this match goes. Very invested in her team. Love to see that from a coach. Cheering her group on. Blanchard has had a great deal of clearances. It's a beautiful flick from Foss Moen that Zoli will try to run onto. She'll get the throw in. 2 balls thrown to her at the same time. One of them will go on the field right now. Left for Holman. Headed out by Heidelberg. Adrian will stay on the attack. Off the shoulder of Dake. Staying with it here. Hohenscheid. Tripped to the ground. Wands. Attempt from distance. High and wide. 15 minutes to go in this game. This could be the type of contest where all it will take is just a single goal. It's been elusive. On ahead. Thomas playing it to the middle. Phillips pickpocketed by Mahoney. Tries to thread a delivery through to a teammate. Holman on the near touchline. Throws it into play. Flicked on by Zoli to no one in particular. Regained by Enright. Kicked far ahead. Racing to keep it in is Hamilton, just able to do so. Back in the midfield for Megan Hamilton. Sent over Adrian's defense, and it will roll right into the lap of Fisher. After this game, the Bulldogs' next matchup will be tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. here in the same place at Docking Stadium. They'll take on the College of Worcester. We'll have that coverage for you here on Adrian College TV as it's a handball against Heidelberg. Ryan Cuddy performing play-by-play. I'll be doing color alongside him. Should be a entertaining matchup. Blanchard will kick this one away. So again, that's tomorrow, 3 p.m. here on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs hosting the College of Worcester, the Fighting Scots. What a mascot that is. Speaking of Fighting Scots, nearby, the Fighting Irish, their football team fell to Marshall today. Shocking turn of events. Notre Dame not able to get it done. The number 8 team in the nation falls to unranked Marshall. For those American football fans out there, as we take in football here at Docking Stadium. Hohenscheid settling. Has an opponent hot on her tail. Heidelberg winning it back. Hamilton trying to drop it back. Ball skirts back to Heidelberg's defensive line. Still skipping around. Played wide well. Dulé sent it out of bounds, took a touch off an Adrian player. So it is Heidelberg's throw-in. Kylie Hoover, as well as Sid Hewer, making their re-entry, replacing Molly Gabriel and another Heidelberg player. Foss Moen contesting for it, but it's won by Dulé. Dulé again up for the header. Holman battling for this one. competing against Thomas. Throw in ruled for Heidelberg. Apologies for the background noises. Back into the feet of Zoli, who's worked extremely hard here tonight. Be great to see Adrian get rewarded for their efforts here with a goal in the next 12 minutes. Heidelberg on the counter attack. Through the feet of Hoover, who stays on the chase. Bergeron won't let her reach the ball, however. Goal kick, Adrian. 11:20 left to play. Again, another reminder, the men's soccer match initially scheduled for 7 p.m. will not start until 30 minutes after this game concludes. So it's looking like an approximate start time of around 8:30 for men's soccer as they host Rochester University in the third sporting event of the day here on Adrian College TV. Of course, that delay caused by lightning in the area. We saw an hour-and-a-half delay. These players, a couple minutes into the second half, play was whistled dead, and they were forced to take cover in their locker rooms for an extended period of time as it was Dake going offsides there. Tough to stay mentally focused, yet we've seen equal intensity in this second half as we saw in the first before the delay. After this game, Heidelberg is going to host Oberlin on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Of course, Heidelberg coming off of a 9-0 dominating win against Defiance on Wednesday of this week. So you would think they would have some goals in them, but that's not been the case. Homan picking off the throw-in from Thomas. Ball comes to Damsa. Muscled off by Wands. And an attempt from the cheap seats by Bailey Phillips goes wide right of Fisher. 9.5 left to be played as Fisher will send this ball away in the form of a goal kick. Skipping along. Foss Moen could not reach it. Sun setting beautifully in the calm after the storm. Clouds dissipating here at Docking Stadium. Thanks again for joining us here on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys here along for the ride with you. Solo in the commentary box. Cameron Overmeyer, who provided us with a schedule update for the men's game. He's our director. And Andrew Black running the camera. Ball in behind. It'll be tough for Foss Moen to get to this one. See if she can. Did initially, and then dribbled it out of bounds. Thought it was going to be a superb effort, but then just made a mess of it after doing the hard work. Eve Davis will come on in place of Caitlin Dake. Captain replaces captain. Frustration mounting for Adrian. 8 minutes to try and score a goal here. 50-50 header. Phillips knocked over by Wands. Another free kick for Heidelberg. Lexi Langwasser. Hohenscheid trying to send it away. The sparse Heidelberg fans in attendance wanted a foul. Trying to run onto the ball now. Bergeron with a nice tackle to send it out for a corner as Mackenzie Damso was racing after it. There's been no shortage of corners for either team. No goals still. Players awaiting the service. One of Heidelberg's teammates crowding the goalkeeper, Taylor Fisher. Now she'll pop out. Adrian can't win it. Ball still loose in the penalty area. They finally clear the danger. Eve Davis passes behind Zoli. Davis trying to stay with it, goes out for a Heidelberg throw. The Berg looking to play it quickly. Davis with a touch, but not enough to gain possession, as Dule dropped it back for the defense. Now chasing after it is Thomas. Becca Thomas trying to trap Adrian in the corner and to throw in for Homan. Gets out of a tight situation. Adrian did well, but turn it right back over. Phillips trying to drop the pass for Dule. Adrian throw. Clock ticking down precariously. Still haven't seen a goal in this match. Several chances for Mahoney as well as Anna Marie Foss-Moen have come with no eventual fruit. Zoli being urged on by her manager Ali Almdari. Not a lot of time. Both teams will have to operate with pace. And in order for Heidelberg to do that, they're making a massive change. 6 new players coming onto the field. Among them, Reagan Staup, Audrey Kaufman, Chloe Grievous, among others. Comes off the legs there of Tucker. One back by Hohenscheid. Has some space. Looking for Foss-Moen. That pass cut out by Heidelberg. Kaufman heads it back and receives a pass in return. Poked out of play by Adrian. 5 minutes all that remains. After that, we'll have a 30-minute period for the men's soccer team to warm up, and then they will take on the Rochester Warriors. Adrian kicks it ahead. Scooped up by Bridget Enright. Enright sending it along. One well by Hohenscheid in the middle of the park. Mahoney turning, trying to pass through for Foss-Moen, intercepted. Mahoney, the striker, has dropped into more of a midfield role. Trying to gain possession for a team as it's sent across. Eve Davis giving her best effort for it. She's knocked over in a heap. No foul, but it will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Davis still on the ground. Referee's going to come over to explain the call. Had a word with Eve Davis. Bulldogs put the ball back in play. Wands. Hohenscheid. Out the touchline. Homan will have to hurry. Hands it off for Zoli. Throw in. Deep in Heidelberg territory. Mahoney has it taken off of her person by Chloe Grievous. Another throw in. Into the penalty area. Skips for Enright. Goalkeeper will send it away. Headed immediately by Blanchard. Foss-Moen looking to turn around a defender. Heidelberg plays it out.
I think there might have been more throw-ins in this game than there have been shots total between both teams.
You're definitely spot on with that one, Cameron. Our director popping in with a statistical update. Right on with that one. Bergeron kicking it out of bounds. Heidelberg to take the throw in. It's been that kind of night. Dalzocchio heads it out of bounds. Throw-ins galore. If you love throw-ins, you've certainly loved tuning into this match on Adrian College TV. Maybe a break for Heidelberg. Not if Blanchard has anything to say about it. Kaufman getting tangled up with an Adrian player. I think it was Wands. 2:30 left to play in this one. Our clock on our score bug is a little bit off right now, but we do have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the game. Being corrected right now. Maddie Louse standing over the free kick, looking to take it on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's flicked on. A half chance for Olivia Perry came to naught. 2-minute warning.
Going to give a couple Adrian Sports updates.
Sorry, you're good. Continue on.
Adrian women's volleyball won at the College of Worcester 3-1, and the men's cross country team finished 5th out of 10, and the women's finished 10th at the night invite hosted by Kelvin.
Congratulations to those teams here on campus that were able to have success on this fine Saturday afternoon. Success has really evaded the Bulldogs women's soccer team here. Had the majority of the chances, and plenty of them, but with just a minute left, it's looking like it might be another frustrating scoreless draw. I don't know if I'm the problem, Cameron. This is the second straight scoreless women's soccer draw that I've commentated and Cameron's directed here at Docking Stadium. Their first game of the season, their last home game, we also were both part of the ACTV crew for. That was also a scoreless draw against Earlham.
We just have the curse with us. It follows us everywhere.
Maybe one last chance. Zoli flicked on for Homan. Maybe a chance for a strike. Sends it right into the body of the defender. Adrian players petitioning for handball, but it's nothing doing. Touched ahead onto the path of a Heidelberg attacker. That was Staup. Wanted a foul call. Now racing after it is Davis with just 10 seconds on the clock. Eve Davis cuts it back. Cleared high in the air for Enright. Punches it clear. It'll be a goal kick, and that's going to do it. But wouldn't you know it, it's another frustrating scoreless draw here. Waited an hour and a half at the beginning of the second half for play to resume after a lengthy thunder delay, and teams weren't able to pick up where they left off. Remains scoreless, no goals to speak of in this one. Heidelberg nil, Adrian nil is how this one finishes. And a reminder to stay tuned for the postponed men's soccer game that will start around 8:30 p.m. That'll be right here on Adrian College TV. Myself and Cameron will also be commentating, and hopefully there'll be some goals in that one. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining us for tonight's game, and have a good night.